Hey there, just a quick one from us. Since we didn't broadcast today, I'm going to try to help get you set up so that you can be off and running when we start tomorrow. We're going to be walking through some of the playgrounds that Apple announced at their recent WWDC sessions. It's called Swans Quest, and we're going to look at Chapter 1 straight away. I love these playgrounds because they're very focused on accessibility, which is something that gets ignored quite a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the developer app, and you're going to look at the developer app on your iPad. So we're going to go off to the developer app. I have it downloaded here. We'll open that up. I have no session selected. So I can find the WWDC videos over here. So I'm actually going to tap on collections. And I'm going to be looking at WWDC 20. So I can search here, and we'll start out with, we're looking for Swans Quest. There aren't too many sessions about swans. So we have an option here, it's called Explore Swans Quest. So let's check it out. This is a whole article that explains what Swans Quest is, Swift Playgrounds, and what it is we can expect to be doing. The very first chapter was shown tonight, was released today at 6 p.m. Irish time. And that is Swans Quest Chapter 1, Voices in the Dark. So we're going to tap on this item there. From here, we'll be able to watch the video. We'll be able to check out the code over here. There's a code tab so we can see the code that they wrote. Now, this doesn't make a lot of sense outside of the playground. So we'll be looking at this video, and we'll also be taking a look at the playgrounds. So to help get you set up for tomorrow, we're going to tap on the overview again. It explains a little bit about what it is we're going to have to do inside the Swans Quest Chapter 1 playground. And we have some options down here in the resources. So we can search the forums, we can ask questions. There's another set of developer forums just about Swans Quest. But there are these two items here. Create Playground Book and Swans Quest Voices in the Dark Playground Book. What I want you to do before tomorrow's session is tap on this Swans Quest Voices in the Dark Playground book. It's going to bring you to a site, a page on developer.apple.com. We are going to hit the More button. Actually, we can just hit Open in Files. In my case, if you don't have Open in Files and there's some other option, you'll just hit More and find the Files option. So I'm going to save this to iCloud Drive so I can get it from other devices like my Mac. And let's see, let's just put it on the desktop. So I'll put it on the desktop and just leave it there. Voices in the Dark. We'll save it there. And we'll hit Done. Okay, so now I have my Voices in the Dark file. What I've then done is I've gone off to my desktop, and I've actually unzipped that file. So you can unzip it just by double clicking it. So if I go look at my desktop, and I will do that on my Mac here, which you're not going to see, sorry. Should have thought to set that up. I'm going to double click Voices in the Dark. And when I look in my Files app here, once it's done unzipping that Voices in the Dark file, I'm going to hit Browse. I'm going to open up my desktop. And you'll see that I have a new file here. I should have a new file here. Let's try navigating out and navigating back in. There we go. I have a very familiar looking Swift Playground book. So I'm going to tap on Voices in the Dark Playground book. That's going to tell me, hey, do you want to open this? We're going to say open anyway. Can't be open because I don't have permission to view it, which is kind of a bummer. So let's go back. Let's go back to our files and try opening it again. This is why we want you to do this ahead of time so that we're fully ready and we can open up this file. I'm downloading a new copy because I seem to have 2 copies on my desktop. So we're going to say open anyway, even though it says it may have changed. Okay, so here's our start, and it says touch run my code to start our quest. So if we hit run my code, we'll wait a second while it loads. Now there's going to be some work that we have to do that they explain to us in the video, because this challenge is all about accessibility. So we'll wait. Now you can see I use this thing over here as my accessibility item, just so that you can see where my finger is on the screen. It's not super helpful for me to be tapping on the screen without you being able to see where my finger's actually touching. So here we go. We got our very cool looking press play for our Swans Quest. We'll hit play. We're going to go through this playground, and it'll give us some hints about how we need to conquer this challenge. But there's one major thing we need to set up. So we need to go off and turn on accessibility, and especially voiceover. So I'm going to hit the home button and back out of that app and go off to my settings. Which is right here. I'm going to open that up. And then the setting that we want is here, the accessibility setting. And so what they have you do in the video is Jordan, one of the engineers on this project, had you scroll way down to the bottom and turn on the accessibility shortcut. And we are going to turn on voiceover. So if I just tap the voiceover list item, it'll put a little check mark next to it. And it says here, so when I triple click the home button, it's going to toggle accessibility features on and off. And it's going to toggle voiceover on and off. So voiceover will read all the items on the screen that have accessibility labels. This is going to be hugely important for us for this playground. And I love that this is our challenge, that we were thinking about other people who have different abilities than we do. And we want to make sure that our apps and our content can be enjoyed by everybody. So, okay, so now we've turned on the accessibility shortcut. We could also go turn it on here. So the top item in our accessibility preferences is here. We can toggle this switch to turn it on, and then it'll read elements. So right now it's reading the airplane mode. You can see that it's highlighted over here. If I tap around, it'll also read those other elements for me. And if I toggle voiceover off, see if I triple click, you can see that I turn voiceover off again. So if you get stuck and your iPad's talking at you constantly, because we enabled that accessibility shortcut, we're able to turn it off by triple clicking the home button. This is going to be important because this is going to be a key feature of how we solve the Swans Quest first chapter. All right, so hopefully that gives you enough to work with. I highly recommend going off and downloading the content and getting it onto your iPad, so that way we're ready to go and ready to explore it. We'll talk through a lot of this stuff tomorrow anyway, again, and walk through the playground. But it's great to get set up. And then tomorrow at 6 p.m. Irish time, they're going to release the next episode of Swans Quest. So Swans Quest Chapter 2. I believe that's going to be a new playground book. So we'll have to go through the whole same thing over again. I have to go download it and get it on our iPad so we're ready to play with it. If you have a Mac and you have Swift Playgrounds downloaded on your Mac, I hope you do after all of our sessions, you'll be able to run it on your Mac as well. All right, I hope that helped you get set up. I highly recommend watching that video. I'll post the video to Apple's WWDC video in the description, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.